Okay, what we are going to do today is we are going to go through our wages and income tax questions, right? In terms of wages and income tax, you will hear words being mentioned such as tax credit, standard rate cutoff point, standard rate of tax, higher rate of tax, gross tax, your tax payable or your net tax, and your take-home pay. Okay, so if we look at a question, you could get a question which tells you you have a person and they have an income of 45,000 euros a year. In the question, there will be a sentence written about standard cut-off point. So in this case, the standard cut-off point is 28,000. That means if the person earns up to 28,000, they pay the low rate of tax. If they earn over 28,000, they will earn the higher rate of tax. So 45,000 is higher than 28, so this person will be paying the high and the standard rate of tax. For this question, the standard rate of tax is 20%, the higher rate is 41%. In this question as well, you are told that they have a tax credit of 4,000, right? And you have to work out how much tax did they pay. Your steps to do this is because the income is above the standard cutoff point, you subtract the standard cutoff point from the person's income. So you're going to go 45,000, take away 28,000. And that gives you 17,000. What that means is the person is paying the standard rate on the 28,000, so we are going to have to work out what 28,000 times 0.20 is. And we are going to have to work out the high rate, which is 17,000 times 0.41. How I translated these to the decimals for multiplying is you divide the percentage by 100. So for our low rate of tax, we're going 28,000 times 0.2, which gives us 5,600. And our high rate of tax is 17,000 times 0.41, which is 6,970. Okay, so this is our low rate or standard rate of tax that they have to pay. This is the high rate of tax they have to pay. So in total, their worst nightmare, their gross tax, will be you add those two numbers together, and the person would be expected to pay 12,570 euros of tax. Okay, that is the worst case scenario. So that is the person's gross tax. Okay. In the question, the person, we got told, had tax credit. Tax credit is tax back. It's tax they do not have to pay. So the government would like to take 12,570 euros tax off them, but this person has 4,000 euros credit. So what you do is you subtract the 4,000 away from the 12,000. And you will get an answer of 8,570. So this value is their net tax. So this is the gross tax, this is the horrible one, and this is the net tax. So if you think of N for net and N for nice, so the nicer of the two values of tax that you'd have to pay. So again, to get the net tax, you calculate the gross tax, and then you subtract the tax credit from it. So the person in this case is paying 8,570 euros per year in tax. So that means their take-home pay is equal to the 45,000, take away your 8,570. So this person will take home 36,430 euros over the year, not their 45,000 as they expected. Okay, so that's that question. Another example, same idea, but this time we got told the person has a salary of 46,000. Again, we are told a standard cutoff rate, so the standard cutoff rate is 28,000. They have a tax credit of 3,200 this time, and the tax rates for this are standard at 20%, higher at 42%. So again, that means that this person, if they earn up to 28,000, they will be paying 20% as tax. If they earn more than 28,000, they will be paying 42% on that extra bit of earnings. So again, the steps. Our salary is above the standard cutoff rate, so we subtract the standard cutoff rate from our salary. So we go 46,000, take away 28,000. And when we do that, we get 18,000. Right, now we have to work out the tax. So our standard rate is 20%. As a decimal, that means 0.2. And our high rate is 42%. So as a decimal, it's 0.42. So again, divide these by 100 to get the decimal. My high part of the wage. So my 18,000 is going to be taxed at the higher rate. So I have 18,000 times 0.42. And my standard rate was up to the cutoff, so that's 28,000 times my 0.2. So when I calculate that, my 18,000 times 0.42, I get 7,560. My lower or standard rate is 28,000 times 0.2, which is 5,600. Together, these will make the gross or the horrible tax. So if you add 5,600 and 7,560 together, you get 13,160. That is the gross tax. From our gross tax, we subtract the credit, because credit is tax that we do not have to pay. So in this case, they have 3,200 tax credit. So we subtract 3,200 away, and we get 9,960 euros. So again, this is counted as the nicer of the two taxes, so your net tax. Okay, so that is the amount of tax you have to pay for the year, or this person had to. So in terms of this person, their take-home pay is 46,000. Take away the 9,960 for the year. So over the year, this person will take home 36,040 euros, not the 46,000 that they thought they would get. Okay, so I hope that explains a few of the steps to you. So method again, you take the standard cutoff point away from the salary. Okay, so standard cutoff away from your salary, and you get the amount of money you're going to have to pay higher tax on. So higher tax is to be paid on it. You then calculate the taxes, so you multiply the higher amount by the higher rate, the up to the standard cutoff by the lower rate, and add the two values together to give you gross tax. Take away the credit and you get net tax. Okay, I hope that worked.